weather was beautiful, and we had had a famously wet summer. So there was lots of water coming across the falls, with the result that there were long lines even outside of the park waiting to get in. This is the main entrance from Hazelhurst. Once you get past the entrance, you have to drive for 30 minutes or more to get to the beginning of the tunnel view.
It's got to be a movie.
No, I don't want this picture. It's coming out of the tunnel.
This really doesn't do the situation justice. You see in the great distance at the very end of the Bridal Veil Falls, and your initial reaction is, has to be a fake. This is arguably the most beautiful vista in the world, with El Capitan looming up to the left and Half Dome, and set off by Bridal Veil's Falls. It's obvious here why this is called Half Dome. Yosemite Falls. This is the top of what is probably one of the tallest waterfalls in the world. The first time we ever visited Yosemite, this lower part is all we saw. The top part was shrouded in mist, and we didn't even realize it was there. So we were somewhat disappointed by Yosemite Falls. What do you think of Yosemite?
It was good.
It was good. Was it okay?
I guess so.
I guess so.
There are really long waits to drive everywhere.
Yeah. It sometimes isn't that bad. but it's been particularly bad today.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
because it was such a beautiful day.
And the temperature is just right.
The temperature's just right. There's a lot of water over the falls.
And it's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. The grandma was really enthusiastic. And she loved it.
That is just beautiful.
And there were several dogs on the path, and she
Oh boy.
communed
Stop
with
to
those.
talk to them.
Did she stop and talk to any people?
Yeah, the owners of the dog.
The owner of the dog.
Well, she's good at that.
So, is Yosemite really the most beautiful place on earth? Lacey's final comments leave the issue in some doubt, but I'll fall back on Mark Twain, who put the whole matter in perspective. In A Tramp Abroad, in a little story called Baker's Blue Jay Yarn, he told the story of a blue jay one fall who started gathering acorns for the winter and dropping them into a hole, which he thought was a knothole, but turned out to be a hole in the roof of a cabin in Northern California somewhere. When it discovered that the cabin had a big pile of acorns in the middle of the floor, all the other birds who had been watching this for a long time and watching the blue jay coming and going as fast as he could, thought the whole thing was downright hilarious. Here's the way Mark Twain described it. Well, sir, they roosted around here on the housetop and in the trees for an hour and guffawed over that thing just like human beings. Don't try to tell me that a blue jay hadn't got a sense of humor, because I know better. And memory, too. They brought jays here from all over the United States to look down that hole every summer for 3 years. Other birds, too, and they could all see the point, except one owl from Nova Scotia who came to see the Yosemite and took this thing in on his way back. He said he didn't think it was all that funny. But then he was a bit disappointed in the Yosemite, too.